Today, we're going to be talking about one of the most important things that you could ever have, more important than any AI software or other author tools out there. And that is your author mindset. And I know some of you are probably rolling your eyes just like, oh, another video about mindset. But let me tell you, every author I know that has been successful will tell you that mindset is probably the most important thing. There are a million different ways to be successful, but the only way to find the right way for you is to have the right mindset ahead of time and to stick with it. So in this video, I want to just cover that a little bit and what is the most important element in the whole writing process. Spoiler alert, it's you. All right, so I want you to let me know, like, is this familiar to you? Let's say you have a book in your mind that you want to get out there, but you want to do it right. And so in order to do it right, you spend a lot of time reading books on how to write. You spend time looking at YouTube videos. You spend inordinate amounts of time researching different AI tools out there or other non-AI tools like Scrivener or Word, or, figuring out which one is the best for you. You try to compare and contrast between all of the competition to figure out which one is the right one. And you're doing all of this instead of spending time actually creating your book. And let me tell you, researching and learning, though important, is not creation, it is consumption. And we want to make sure that we are spending at least a little bit of time creating, ideally spending more time creating than consuming. And while other author books out there, tools, software, story structures, etc., all of those things, AI models, they can all help. These are productivity tools after all. It's certainly a lot easier to write books today than it used to be a century ago. They can only go so far, and they won't help you at all if you don't actually start practicing and start creating. People come to me all the time and say, which is the best tool for writing? Do you still feel like X tool is the best one for writing? Or do you use a different one now? Or do you think that this one might be better? And the truth is, they're all good. Especially these days, as the large language models get better, everything is really phenomenal. All of these tools will do well. They will help you. But the problem is not the tool. The problem is you. You are the one not sticking with it. All you need to do is pick one and just run with it until you finish something, right? Even if it's just a short story. The best way to figure out which tool is the best one for you is to actually use it, to actually go in and write something, even if it's just a small short story. And then you move on to the next one and try writing a short story with that. The important thing is that you're creating something with these tools rather than just consuming and trying to figure out beforehand which is the best. Because if all you're doing is consuming, then you're looking for a solution outside of yourself, when in fact the solution has always been inside yourself. Now, I don't care if you're using AI or not. My only concern is that I want to help you to create your vision. You have something that you want to create. And while other people and tools can help you in that process, I can only push you. I cannot actually get you to bring that thing into existence. So how do you do that? Well, I say you start by making it a regular habit. You want to make sure that you are spending a little bit of time every day, or at least I would say it's reasonable to say at least every weekday, because I realize people have different schedules on weekends and stuff, and sometimes it's difficult. But on days when you have a regular schedule, make sure you're trying to get in at least 15 minutes of time. A lot of people say, well, I really am a busy person. It's hard for me to find time. Well, let me ask you this. Do you have a lunch break? Most countries require their workers to have a lunch break. It's usually about an hour long. So do you have a lunch break? Can you devote 15 minutes of that lunch break for writing? Let me tell you, with AI, 15 minutes is plenty to finish a book within a year, potentially 2 or 3 books, right? And if you could do 15 minutes, probably you could do 30 minutes. And additionally, you might also have time that you are wasting on Netflix or other streaming services, or just flipping through your phone, right? Most of us have way too much time that we spend on those things. We could easily carve out half an hour, if not several hours, of our time to spend writing. Now, I realize writing is sometimes an intensive task, even when you're using AI to help out. I know it has been for myself in the past, and we need some of that unwinding time to help us in that process. The thing is, watching Netflix, binging a streaming service, or going through social media is not actually rest. It's more of a passive resting action. The best ways to actually get active rest, the kind that truly help you recover, is to either sleep. So taking a nap could be a great option. It's reading, like, spending time with a Kindle or an actual physical book. It's light exercise, like going on a walk, or things like meditation and prayer. Those are the forms of active rest and recovery that are super useful, that most people don't actually go to, even though those are the things that will help you rest much, much more than just binging Netflix. For some of you, though, it might take a little bit more. You might have some issues that you're really dealing with, and so I might encourage you to seek some therapy. I'm probably one of the only gurus I know out there that's doing this sort of like tough love motivation that says, oh, you should get some therapy. I haven't heard anybody say that, but I think you should. I have had enormous benefits from therapy. But here's the thing about therapy. It is still, if you're not doing it right, you're still trying to find a solution that's outside of yourself when the solution is always inside yourself. It can help, for sure, don't get me wrong, but sometimes you're still waiting to be fixed, and you're waiting to be fixed before you can get into the writing or into whatever goal you have. And let me tell you, you will never be fixed completely. At any point, it doesn't matter how much therapy you do and for how long, you will never be fully fixed. And so it's important to just start anyway. You might as well start anyway, because it's not going to fix you completely to get therapy. And you're only delaying the writing if you say, oh, I'm just going to get some therapy first and clean up my life, and then I'll get into the writing. No, you might as well just get into the writing, because you're never going to be all the way there. And many times you don't actually need therapy. All you actually need is simply to get the reps in. You might think that you're reaching some kind of mental block here, when it's not actually a mental block at all. It's just you're just not good at the thing yet, right? Like if I go in and try to become a bodybuilder and I haven't done anything before to lift weights, and I know nothing about lifting weights, like I'm not going to be good at it. And I might think, oh, maybe this isn't for me. When it's not that, it's just, I just haven't put in the work yet, right? And over time, as I put in the work, as I do the reps, I'm going to get stronger and stronger. And because I'm forming a habit at the same time, I'm getting better and better and better. And it just becomes easier and easier as we go. So you might not need therapy. You might just need to put in the work and put in the reps. And only after you've done that for long enough will it become easier for you. I can tell you that it doesn't matter how good the AI becomes, you will always have some kind of resistance to reviewing it, to editing it and stuff like that, and to publishing it, because you have to work on that a little bit internally and to be putting in the actual work, because AI, even if you're using AI, it does still take quite a bit of work. You have to be putting in the time to become an author. It might not even just be in the writing. You might need to be putting in some reps with marketing or with setting up a personal brand or whatever it is, even just editing your book, right? And I know this from experience, because back in 2019, I went through a severe period of burnout. What happened is I was working on this series. It was going to be my big blockbuster series. I was putting all kinds of marketing money behind it, because I knew the writing was so much better than my first series, which had been moderately successful. And so I was banking everything on this series to do really, really well. And the whole thing tanked. I released the first 2 books within weeks of each other, and the whole thing tanked. I was halfway through the 3rd book. And let me tell you, it took me forever to finish the 3rd book and the 4th book. It took me years to get those done, whereas before it had taken me months to write a single book. And that was a really tough thing for me. And for some reason, I got some kind of block around this series. It's supposed to be a 6-book series, so I still had 2 books to finish. And even now, they're not finished yet. I'm still working on them. And I seem to have like a sort of block, even though I know I could probably finish each one if I put everything aside, used AI. I could probably get each one to a really good place that matches my other books within a week per book, right? But I still haven't done it yet. Don't worry, that video is coming where I can write and edit one of them within about a week's time. But You see what I'm saying? Like a lot of it has nothing to do with the tools that you're using. It's a lot of it is internal. So the most important thing, if you can get one thing out of this video, is to start your habit, be it 15 minutes, 30 minutes, or an hour, but get that writing time in every single day that you can. If you could do that, you're going to have no problem whatsoever. You're going to be able to get through everything and write that entire book and get it out in no time flat. So go out there, do it, get that writing habit in. I can't wait to see the books that you're going to be publishing. And if you're interested in learning a little bit more and having that extra push to get you over the edge, consider checking out one of my groups down below. In the silver group, you can get my full course on writing AI with chatbots and learning the basics of AI. If you want even more, you can join the gold group, where we actually have accountability calls to really push you and get you to finish that dang book. So check out either one, and I will see you there.